Hi, this is Joel Persinger, the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. I want to take just a couple minutes here to address some things that are happening in the state of California and the legislature, given President Obama's desire to use executive action to curb our Second Amendment rights. Liberal states like California are also taking action to do that, and we are so far facing not just one or two, but three brand new bills that have been introduced into the California legislature for 2016 that would create a new and more robust assault weapons ban. Essentially, what they're doing is clarifying and removing the whole bullet button idea. So in California right now, if you have an AR-15 or an AK or something like that that has a pistol grip and all these offending features that for some reason the California legislature thinks make the rifle more dangerous, which is of course silly, they have what's called a bullet button attached to them so that you have to use the tip of a round or some other tool in order to remove the magazine and change your mag. Well, that's really kind of cumbersome and a pain in the butt, but at least it allows you to reload the rifle. These new laws, particularly the one written by Kamala Harris, that's our state attorney general, and I got to get the name of her out of my mouth. She introduced, I think, the first of the three bills, and that one is the one that I've actually looked at the most, and that one would make it the bullet button illegal. And essentially, if you have a semi-automatic rifle of any kind, the magazine would have to be permanently affixed and unable to be removed without completely disassembling the rifle. So if you have an AR-15, that means you'd have to take the upper off and stuff the rounds through the top of the magazine to reload it. If you have an AK, I don't know how you're going to reload it without taking the rifle apart and pulling the action apart. So in both cases, it sort of makes the rifle somewhat useless. And of course, that's the idea. That's what the legislature and Californian politicians here would love to do, is make your rifle useless. Now, if you have a semi-automatic rifle of any kind, it would apply to that. If you have a semi-automatic rifle that already has a bullet button, you can keep it, apparently, but you have to register it with the Department of Justice as an assault weapon, which means you're going to have to pay a fee. And guess what? You've just notified the California Department of Justice that you have the gun. Now, this is the Department of Justice run by Kamala Harris, who wants to be our state senator and who has already bragged that her Department of Justice has confiscated more guns from Californians than any previous Department of Justice in this state. Do you want to tell her that you've got the rifle by registering it? I know I don't, because guess what? Now she's just got a list to go run around and collect them. This is what we're facing in the state of California. Now look, I work and teach and I live and breathe firearms because it's what I do for a living. And I know there are millions of gun owners in the state of California, but unfortunately the lion's share of them have given up and they're silent. If that's you, I want to urge you to contact your state representatives, your state assembly person, your state senator. Send them a letter, send them an email, send them something, call them. Yeah, okay, they're liberals maybe. Yeah, they're anti-gun, but you know what? They want to get reelected. And if millions of us contact them and tell them we will not vote for them, we will work hard to get them thrown out of office, at some point, it's like anything else, they're going to follow the money. They're going to follow the reelection. If they know their reelection is not assured, they might change their vote. They might take their support away from these things. We can no longer afford to be silent in this state. Whether we're a silent majority or a silent minority, the louder we are, the more effect we have on the legislative process. The other thing we can do is join a Second Amendment advocacy group. I would suggest, number one, that you join the National Rifle Association if you haven't already done so. The NRA is the biggest and most powerful Second Amendment advocacy group in the nation, and they're spending a fortune in California trying to restore Californians' firearms rights and Second Amendment rights. I'm going to put a link right here so that if you're not a member of the NRA, you can be. All you got to do is click on this link and you can join for less than the cost of one box of ammunition for a year. And it'll save you $10 if you use this link. It'll take you to a spot on our website where you can join and save $10. If you're already an NRA member, click on the link, please, and renew your membership early. It will help the NRA to fight these battles. And if you have other groups in California like Cal Guns or the California Gun Owners Association or something like that that you'd like to support, please do. They are all working very hard to save what rights we have in California and restore those that we've lost. It's important that we're no longer silent in this state. We have to step up and we have to speak up. And I urge you to do that. And please, like, subscribe, The button's on here somewhere, so that helps me get the word out and share what's going on in this state with those in this state and with those outside it. And if you're not in California, please support us emotionally, at least. Support us and encourage us to fight the battle. You know, it gets tiresome sometimes when all we ever hear is, just move, get out of that state. You know what? If we all leave, there's nobody here to fight for our rights here. So please encourage us to fight rather than encouraging us to leave. That would be great too. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a terrific week and be safe.